But it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here we go! 70, Indy. All day, every day. 80 weapons. Check, check. Lucky. Secret.
Sony Michel, his first carry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, exit. General West. 56. Check right.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Rock it.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And able to find Dorsett. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is the tight end Fant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here we go. Hey. Check the back. Shield. Watch the shield. 61. Matchbox lights. Get it.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Bravo.
2nd and 2. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
make these babies cry. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
White 25. Hey, let's get in there, Holmes. Watch that.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Winston. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Second and 4. That's complete to White. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, echo. 56. Mike's 56.
They'll drop the throw. And an alley to run. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Play action now. Winston. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second and 9, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Winston from the gun on third down. The quick slant caught. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. A give to Michel running right. And some space here. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 77 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Edelman was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards. Go! 15 line. 15 line. Quick. Go! 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dee Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A game there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Wait. Hey, check that.
The 2nd down throw for Winston. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, switch gears.
Play fake. Winston completes it to Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To the air again with Winston. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
It's now second and goal.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Again, it's Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. Jameis again. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Winston looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there.
Let's see what you got.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. And it is Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
On the set. You draw quarters. Kill, kill, kill. Yes, yes. Hey, Charlie. 53 snap.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. D. Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Check safety, check safety. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, wahoo! Shoot!
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. D. Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Hey, high 7. 56 the mark, boy, 56. Check 56. He don't know no better.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. This is Breida, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dietrich Wise able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On play action, Winston. He's going to run, but he's got... And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 49ers.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Alpha.
Second and 1. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 57 yards. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quan Alexander. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, Delta.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end Fant, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Ready up. X3, 218, chop. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Right up.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We won it. Come in my work. 56 to my boy, 56. Check.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This is the tight end fan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Michel. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Niners' 23-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Michel. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, New England.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they run with Michel. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Let's set it tall, fellas. Let's set it tall. Patch it. You draw Corcoran. Hey, exit.
The backup Stidham, his first throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Michel going to try again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Taking a that's caught inside the 20. Now he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime...
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Let's go, baby.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, what was the term that you just used a minute ago?
Well, especially in overtime, mistakes get magnified, so it's time for us to get our microscopes out, right? I mean, take a look at what's going on out there. That was very close to being a crucial play.
Yeah, got to look that ball in, didn't, and it hit the ground. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part one is done, now part two. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
And it's Michel once again. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup from the 32 now. Here's first and 10. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
60 outlaw.
Watch the run. Check nickel.
Check 15. Check 6-6. Pull it high. 5.
On first down, Michel, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Set. 8, read.
On third down, Michel. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Pats, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. I'm Brandon Gaudin.